We are in the time when God needs to define again our ordination and pinpoint to us the boundary lines of our operation, so that we can be able to know, as an army that cannot be divided, number one, we must understand our marching order, and we must understand the limit of our boundaries of operation. Everyone is given the territory to function, but everyone is not given strength in every territory. You must be able to understand, according to the ordination of God, there is a preservative plan to the place where he has put you. And I told you that one of the greatest weapons that the devil will use is to distract men and take them away from the Eden where God has planted them. There is a garden that God plants you, and the garden provides for your survival. The day you leave that garden, that day you begin to die. In the day you eat of this fruit, you shall continue to die. Let me tell you, they did not die the day they ate of the fruit. Their eyes was only open. God knew that their death was in him casting them out of the garden, because if they remain in that garden, they will eat of the tree of life and live forever. Even God can't kill them like that. So he has to take them out. So the plan of the devil is to bring you to a point where you will be ostracized from the Garden of Eden. That you come to a point where all of a sudden everything about God you say is a lie, and now you are exactly where the devil wants you to be, where his arrow can get you. All through his life he has tried to get you, he cannot get you, but he's trying to position you to a place of advantage where his snipers can be able to get you. There is a place where the devil does not exist, but the devil will bring you to his confines of operation, because this thing is all about the law of atmosphere. There is an atmosphere where everything functions. The devil needs an atmosphere, God needs an atmosphere, and until that atmosphere is created where there cannot be participation. So every spirit beckon upon mortal men, because mortal men are the routers for the creativity of atmospheres. God can never be hosted upon the face of the earth until he require men. The devil can't be hosted until he require men. So the revival is let an army awake that can be able to host an immortal being, and through that capacity they can be able to reveal him. And if God can find 5 of us, Lafia will be too small. If God can find 10 of us, Nasarawa said will be too small. And if he can find 50, Nigeria, we have to expand his territory to other countries. I'm trying to let you understand that God is still in the business of making men. God is interested in making mighty men to become warriors. What is the beauty of strength if you cannot fight? What is the beauty of understanding of your operations when it comes to war if you cannot exercise yourself? When was the last time you war in the spirit? Do you realize that darkness is seeking to encroach into our territory illegally? Where are the men that will be able to chase it out of place? Yet again, many of us are partners with the devil. We are in partnership, in participation with the devil to excel his will upon the face of the earth. I bring you a message. Martyrdom, the spirit of revival. We can talk about revival, preach about it, pray about it, do all kinds of program about it, but until a few people are willing to position themselves to become martyrs, those that are willing to allow the spirit of revival possess them, it will remain a cliche. Revival is not a program, my friends. It's not even a word in English language. Revival is a spirit that possesses men. In the day that spirit possesses men is evident. Everyone possessed of a spirit give expression to the spirit. And everybody that speak about revival without the possession of the spirit is still wasting his time. You will finish talking about it, preaching about it, and when you see a privilege for you to represent the Lord, you will run away. In the days of revival, everyone is willing to die. Our fathers that pioneered this revival, they love not their life even unto death. You must come to realize that the spirit of God that revived men is coming out of death to life. The Bible says, if the same spirit that raised Jesus from the dead dwelleth in your mortal body, that same spirit will quicken your mortal body. That means there is a spirit that gives life unto man. Jesus said, I am the resurrection, I am the life. He that believe in me, although he is dead, he will live. But he that live and believe in me will never die. What he was trying to communicate to them is the spirit of revival, the ability to be able to live and be alive. Revival is not a program organized to bring men back from the dead. No. The goal of revival is that men are awoken and they remain alive forever. I will never forget one time Prophet Babs called me. He said, Philip, Why do you people like this revival? Because that time on campus we used to bring them for revival every year. We will join Prophet Babs, Apostle Arome, and quite a few of them, just so that our campus can be revived. You know, many of you have that mentality. You feel that when you do a big campus crusade in full Lafia and you bring Bishop David to Edebo, suddenly Jesus will come. It's a lie. After that crusade, men may become more carnal, because it goes beyond just the program. There is a spirit that must be able to be resident upon the heart of a few men, and when that spirit is resident, even if there was not a program, men will rise. And they say, Philip, why do you guys like revival program? I say, sir, it's not that we like it, but we feel our people are dead, they need to be awoken. You see, why can't you guys remain alive and there is no need for revival? Which year will come and we'll say no need for revival program because all of us are alive? So our plan is that they will revive us, then we will die. After 1 year, they will come and revive us again, we will die. We can't make progress with God like that. If your plan is that you backslide after 1 year, you wait for another program, you go and catch fire, then you backslide. What I'm talking about today doesn't concern you, because you are a problem. I'm talking about the martyrs, those that are willing to remain alive even unto death, so that even in the days of their dying, as they are dying, they are laughing and they are speaking in tongues. You cut their head, and their tongues is still coming out, and when you go back to sleep, you'll be hearing their voice in the spirit. Those ones are those that are revived. There are those that are dead, yet again their voice still speak, like Abel. How comes you kill a man and he's not silent? He's revived. Revival is when your voice cannot be shut down. If your voice can be shut down in that campus, it means you are not revived yet. I told you last week that you are the reviver. They say you should not pray. They say you should not pray. When you are revived, you look for opportunity to pray. They don't stop you from praying. A man did not begin praying, he can't stop you from praying. Nobody can stop what he did not started. They didn't start. They were not the one that gave you the ability to speak in tongues. They can't be the one that will shut it. People reach to me, Apostle, my church say I should not speak in tongues. Was it your church that gave you tongues before? People can only collect back what they have given. They cannot take what they have not given to you. Is it only the church that you speak in tongues in church? In the days of revival, church was the least place you find people. People are on the street. People are in the marketplaces. People are everywhere. In the days I'm going to go to this bus park, I will see Christians with megaphone preaching, speaking in tongues. In that day we know revival has come, because the hunger and the passion can't wait for Sunday service for us to gather, waiting for a preacher that is dead to come and be preaching to us. It was Kenneth Hagin that said that. Kenneth Hagin, you see, in the days of our society right now, all we have are customized pastors with collar, laying empty hands on empty head. Pastors that have nothing to give, laying hands on head that can't even receive nothing. Everybody deceiving each other.